Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors, Boulder Falls Inn of Lebanon, Oregon, and Linkit Media Group. For more information on Boulder Falls Inn, call 541-451-1000. And for more information on Linkit Media Group and their media services, go to linkitmediagroup.com. All right, we are moving a group and ready for another Monday morning on Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. You know, I say it over and over, but I love that music. I'm so blessed to have a musical family. We were all together this last weekend because we were celebrating my mama's life. Most of you, I believe, know it's been almost a month ago now. Mama passed away, and she had been dealing with Alzheimer's for years. And as sad as that is to lose my mama, she is in a much better place now than she was before, with no more pain, no more struggle with her memory and all of that. So thankful for that. But the time together as a family with my son and his wife and my daughter and my beautiful wife, all of us together, it's so precious. And our guest today, my friend Bilyana, we were talking about the importance of family. And it's also important to take time to get away at times and just be together. And I'm just so thankful for family and thankful for all of you who are joining me today. Outside of my close personal family, I have all of you, my extended friends that are like family, and I appreciate you so much. I can't even begin to tell you what a blessing you are to me, that you take your time to come watch the show. You take your time to actually just invest your time and listen to what I have to say and what my amazing guests have to say. And I'm just so thankful for that today. You guys out there are so amazing, and I want to inspire and encourage you. My wire purpose in life is to inspire and encourage you to live a purpose-driven life of significance. And what do I mean by that? I want you to be a world changer. I want you to be a difference maker. I want you to do the amazing things God has created you to do. And how do I do that? By bringing amazing people on the show to speak with you. And this show is all about how amazing people connect. That's right. How amazing people connect. I am a firm believer that connection and community building is the foundation of any good business, any good marketing plan, and honestly, it's the foundation of any good life. So we bring you amazing people who connect. And I'm just so thankful that I have so many great friends like Bilyana this morning who are willing to come on and be part of that. I want to say to all of you, #1,000 thanks. I start my day every day by being grateful and thankful. We started this #1,000 thanks that we put on all of our social media posts, and I encourage you to do that. We started it back around Thanksgiving last year. So here in a couple months, we'll be coming up on a year, and I had a guest on Dr. Cynthia, who really came up with the idea. My good friend and co-host D. Scott Smith came up with the hashtag. We all worked together, and then we just promoted that. And so it's been a lot of fun just remembering to be thankful. So anyway, just want to thank you all for being here today and being part of this. I want to remind you that I love to connect with people, and the easiest way to connect with me is russhedge.com. That's russhedge.com. It has all of my connection links, all the information about me, everything that I've got going on. And please subscribe on YouTube. You get all of the past content. You can see the amazing people we've already had on of our 200 plus shows, whatever we're on today. So they're moving along. And you also get notices about upcoming shows. So just remember to do that. Don't forget russhedge.com. And I just want to say that I got lots of other shows. The Experience Live with Russ and Scott every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Russ Reels Live Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And don't forget, every Monday and Thursday, we're right here on Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And I'd love to have you part of that every week. Please do me a big favor. Hit that share button right now. Share it, share it, share it with your friends. Let them know we have amazing people on, and Bilyana is going to be on in just a couple seconds. One last thing I wanted to tell you is coming up this week on Wednesday, Successfully Transform Your Business in 3 Simple Steps, a workshop. It's only 1 hour. Okay. It says there that it's 2 hours, but it's only a 1 hour workshop this week at noon Pacific Daylight Time on Wednesday, the 17th. And I'd love to have you as part of that. You can enter the promo code TRANSFORM and get half off, $50 off of the price for that workshop. I'd love to have you join today. Love to have you part of that. And just thankful that I'm able to share wisdom about connection and community building with you. So wanted to tell you that. And last but not least, don't forget, if you haven't got your copy of Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, please pick up your copy today. That is it. That will be, by the way, that's on Amazon, all online booksellers, or on my website at russhedge.com. So, okay, now I'm definitely done. Bilyana's going, woof. I've worn her out and she hasn't even been on the show yet. Here we go. Now, the star of the show, here she is. Bilyana, how's it going?
Woof, woof. Good morning, Russ. Good morning to all of you watching right now. Good morning, Ray, Emily, Joseph, all of you. Good morning or good afternoon, depending where you are, or good evening, depending where you are around this beautiful, beautiful world. What a pleasure to be with you here today, Russ.
Well, you are such an awesome friend and always come on with a big smile. Every time I get a chance to chat with you, Bilyana, it just lifts me up. And so thank you for being on here today, just to, if for nothing else, to cheer me up this morning. You would think that have enough energy of my own, but you definitely help. So I appreciate that. And you are, just tell everybody, first of all, number one, where you are, and then just give us a little snippet about who you are.
Absolutely. I'm Bilyana or Billy, and I am a TEDx speaker coach. And currently, I'm at my parents' study room. You can see the background behind with a lot of books here. I'm in the middle of Bulgaria. I came here yesterday, and I'm gonna spend with my parents a few weeks, most probably until first week of September, something like this.
Well, it is so awesome that you are so family oriented, spending time with your parents. We don't get that time back, right? And I as I shared, you know, I was able to spend most every day with my mama the last, a part of her life. And it was just a blessing. It's an honor. The wonderful years that I had amazing parents who took such great care of me, gave me such a great start in life. And I think it's important, right? Family is so critical in all that we do.
Mhm.
So I just say, bless you. That's awesome that you do that.
I love how you always say that you celebrated your mama's life, and that is so important. I think
Yeah.
it's like you got your kids and their families, and you did celebrated your mama's life, and that is precious, really precious. Like what she did for all of you, and you celebrated that, and I think that what makes like amazing deep values as a family. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Yeah. Well, I think that, my mom was such a outgoing, joy-filled person. I am my mama's son. And so she was the really woo person like me. And but it was her whole goal in life was just to spread joy. And anybody who has not seen them, if you go to my YouTube and subscribe, or you can just go to my YouTube, whatever, but you can go there and you can find my happy moments with mama videos back towards early on the YouTube page, but amazing joy filled times with my mom and I walking and laughing and singing. She was amazing. So if you want to lift today, that's take a look at that. So, okay, well, listen, Bilyana, tell us more about. I have always been fascinated, and I'm in the process, the TEDx process. This whole thing recently with family slowed me down a little bit, but I'm still in the process. Tell us more about how you help people become TEDx speakers.
Yeah, sure. There are three steps what I walk people through, and I call it a TEDx journey because it is a journey to get to TEDx. And what I always start with is why exactly you want to do a TEDx, which is so important, and who is your audience, how that TEDx is gonna be aligned with everything else what you do. You don't want TEDx to be just like standing by itself, hanging somewhere there. You want to be fully aligned with what you do business wise, personalized with your life, with every aspect of what you're doing right now. So we call it the design phase of, and not just people go and start designing their script. I was like, well, okay, but how do you want to design the script and you know that it is exactly what you want to say on stage if you don't know before that what was your TEDx goal and what is your audience? Because by knowing your audience, then you know that you pick the right stories in your TEDx talk, that these stories are going to really serve your audience and also speak the language of your audience. So this is the design phase, what I help people with. And then deliver is the second phase of that TEDx journey, where I help people to become like pro on stage, to get on stage in full power when once they step on that famous red dot carpet, to be there feeling really comfortable and deliver it without this a subconscious thinking like, oh my god, did I say it right, did I do it correctly, did I use all my voice intonation and powerful poses, and like, did I jump out of the red dot, which is not allowed on stage because you cannot leave the red dot once
You
you're on
can't
stage.
jump out of the red dot. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. The cameras are fixed, so there are quite a lot of limitations once you're on stage. And this is kind of like, once you start working and you get on that journey, you need to prepare for that day and for that talk. And also the biggest mistake what people do when they practice and they basically prepare for the day, they prepare for their talk but they don't prepare for the day. Two very different things, and that is what I put in that delivery phase. And then the last phase, what I would say like 10% of speakers I've seen do as a last phase, is to diffuse their talk. I'm not talking about like posting few times on social media like, oh my god, I became a TEDx speaker. I'm not talking about it. That's like a mini step zero out of diffuse stage. But when I say diffusing your TEDx talk, that means that you're aiming to reach thousands of millions of people. Because think about it, when you're on diffuse stage, what you wanted on the first place, when you are putting your TEDx goals and you're thinking about your audience, you have a wisdom to share with the world, right? When you do all these steps to get to the diffuse stage, and you get like few hundred views, what majority of the speakers, 75% of speakers get about 380 views maximum for the life of their TEDx talk. This is just like, for me, when I saw this stats, was like, oh, this is such a waste of time and effort and energy to do all these steps to get and get 380 views on average. So when you're diffusing your talk, you have to think about a full strategy, how to reach those thousands of people and reach your goal, your TEDx goal, and basically share your wisdom with the world. Like the thousands of people out there to be that world what you want to share, because sometimes the topics for TEDx means few thousands people around the world because it's very niche. Sometimes the topic is so large that you want to reach millions of people. So depending really on that audience, how big your audience is. And when people come to me and say like, I want to have 100,000 views, let's say, I always say like, okay, who is your audience? Because that's where I'll be able to say like, can you reach this amount of audience or not when you get to the diffuse stage? So design, deliver, and diffuse are the 3 stages in the TEDx journey. And I help the people throughout each of those stages. And what I always say is that I'm with my mentees a month after the TEDx talk has been published on YouTube and TED.com, etc. platforms, because within a month after it has been published, I can say, did we reach that goal? Did we manage to spread that wisdom around the world? And if it's not, we always change slightly the strategies throughout that month after it has been diffused, so I can really reach that potential and the maximum potential of a talk.
Well, okay, so let me back up a little bit. So when you are talking design, so here it is, design, deliver, but how do you get to that point where you can even become a TEDx speaker? I have a dream. I want to be a TEDx speaker. Do I have to design it and do all this before I can become one? Or do you help walk people through the process of becoming a TEDx speaker?
Yes, I help the people to apply for TEDx. For majority of the TEDx stages, I cannot apply on behalf of someone else. The person needs to apply herself or himself because it's personal. Some of the
Too
TEDx,
bad. That would make it a lot easier if you could just do it.
I know. But it's so easy. I put like literally 5 questions to answer when you apply, because, and I'll give you an example. When you apply, you have a very simple form to apply for all the TEDx stages around the world. And usually is like, tell us a little bit about yourself, tell us a little bit about your topic, give us a URL link to any other stages you've been to, or podcast, or any kind of videos or audios you did before, so they can see how you look like, and what is your contact details, like emails or telephone number. Where actually I say, you know what, even you've got such a simple form to fill in, you still have to basically describe who is your audience, because by saying who is your audience somewhere in those answers, the TEDx organizers will know that they're going to serve you best, or this is not the audience, what they're going to get, what you're going to have in your room, basically, who is watching. The things like, what exactly is your wisdom, what is the key takeaway for the audience, which your audience is going to take, literally leave with this simple short sentence. You have to put it in your application, because this is literally the hook, the way how you're going to hook those people from the TEDx organizers team to say, I want that speaker on my stage. So these are those five different answers what you need to give. And if you go to my newsletter, there is a specific article, I think I published it about 2 months ago. It's the name is How to Get a Yes from TEDx. And it explains the 5 questions, how to answer them, literally like a shortcut to get on TEDx stage. And this is kind of part of the design phase, because you're designing. The reason why I call it part of design phase is because there are 17 plus formats of TED and TEDx. There's so many different formats, and you have to really find the best one. I'll give you an example. Euros have amazing audience, and it's a mixture between women and men. It doesn't matter really. The sex doesn't matter, female and male audience. But there's some people who are predominantly female audience, and there is a TEDx women. So regardless if you're a woman or a man, but your audience are only women, then you can apply for TEDx women. And if you're a man, you have to basically prove to the organizers that you need to be on that stage, because this is called TEDx women, right? But there is TEDx youth. Imagine TEDx Youth is, I think it's up to 20 years old or 21 years old. Don't quote me on that. But if we apply to TEDx Youth, we're going to have a no and rejection straight away, because we're not youths anymore, right?
Right.
And when people see the different formats, they don't pay attention on the type of the TEDx format, and they get so many rejections. It's just unbelievable.
Well, and so I get that. And you got all this knowledge and are able to walk people through. We had a question here from Marcia about, do you only help with diffuse only? And obviously you don't. You start with the whole development, starting with helping them to, like we just talked about, know how to apply, develop that. So one more time here, answer her question. Do you help with that only? And how soon do you suggest starting with diffusion?
So I do help only with diffusion, actually, because I realize that some people have been in such a long process that they come to me, they discover that I exist after they've been already on stage and their talk is just about to be published. So yes, I do help just with the diffusion process. How soon to start with the diffusion? Actually, you start doing it the moment when you are accepted as a TEDx speaker, and I'll explain why. You build up with time, you build up your profile as a TEDx speaker, like future TEDx speaker, and then existing TEDx speaker. So when we say diffuse, means that you're going to start talking on all your social media that you're about to become a TEDx speaker on that date. So you encourage people to come and watch you live on that stage. The reason why is because that's going to literally shoot you as a very rare TEDx speaker, because TEDx organizers always need speakers who feel part of their team, meaning that not just the team is literally marketing all the speakers and talking about that TEDx event, but also the speakers themselves market their own topic and each of all the other speakers. So think about like you are part of a team, not just like I'm gonna go as a speaker, deliver my topic on stage, leave the stage, and that's it, job done. That's not the case. Like I want you to think about TEDx as an event, as a networking event, and that's what I love about yours, is that you connect people with people. That is exactly the same as TEDx. Think about how before the event you're going to connect with all the people from your audience to come and watch you and everyone else on stage, and then on the day you start executing different diffusing strategies on the day itself, because this is the day, right? You get as many pictures as possible on the day of you, not just on stage, but you with the same outfit speaking with everyone else outside stage. So it's like pictures on stage, pictures off stage, behind the scene pictures, in the changing room, as many as possible. Literally, this is part of the diffuse strategy. And of course, once it's out, this is like yet another selection of different strategies to reach as many people as possible online.
Well, I know that I would have no problem with the picture part. Of course, we'd be getting a lot of hashtag Russ selfies everywhere, and that would be a ton of fun. So you make me more gung ho every time you and I talk about it, and I've got to get this put together so I can move forward because I am excited about the process. I'm one of those kind of people who loves to speak with people. And so I just love it. I love an audience. And so it's going to be such a great thing. And I think, though, that there's a lot of people out there, Bilyana, that think, it's something about probably good for me to do. I kind of want to do it, but I'm like freaked out and scared to death. So, what do you tell people like that? I mean, how do you encourage them? Or do you encourage them?
I do. And I always ask that question: is your wisdom bigger than you? If your wisdom is bigger than you, it doesn't matter how you feel on stage. Your wisdom is like your message to the humanity is bigger than you. It really doesn't matter how you feel. It's not about you, it's about your message.
Right.
How well you want, how much you want your message to reach the other people. So it's not about you, it's about your message and about your audience.
Well, I'm telling you, um, you are the kind of person that makes it feel like, hey, I can do this. I mean, really, honestly, before I met you, I always thought TEDx was only for these gigantic people and you never had a chance. And then you're able to simplify it to a point where, hey, I feel like, hey, I can actually do this. This is something that I can do. And I think that's important in any area of life is to take a look. Really, we overcomplicate life, don't we? We overcomplicate things, and really, we're able to do a lot more than we really sometimes believe we can. So,
Mm.
why don't you do me a huge favor as we wrap up and tell everybody what you really want them to remember about this? Give them that little TEDx nugget, and then how do they get in touch with you? Because now everybody's going to be going, "Woo! I'm going to do one of these TEDx speeches." Yes.
I want you to remember that TEDx journey is very easy, and all you need to do is to remember that you need to design, do your talk, and by going through each of those three phases, you just deliver a very successful TEDx talk. That's how. Don't overthink, don't complicate it. Just design, deliver, and diffuse, and you will be there. How you can connect with me? My name Bilyana Georgieva. I know it's difficult to pronounce and put it there, but here you go. Rest the link on connect with me, send me a request, and I will accept it, and I'll be happy to chat with all of you.
That's so awesome. Well, you broke up just a little bit on your last little bit, but I want to tell everybody it's right there in print. It's clickable in the comments, in the show notes. You can easily get in touch with Bilyana. You didn't even have to write it down. All you got to do is go to it and click it, and there you go. And man, I tell you, this is I appreciate your friendship, and this is an ongoing conversation between you and I. Because we will be talking again really soon as I get fired back up and I get the process moving again. So thank you. Thanks so much for being here today. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Russ. It's such a pleasure. I absolutely love speaking with you every time when we chat, and I love all your videos, what you send to me on WhatsApp. It always makes my day. So thank you for having me here today.
Well, you bet. You bet. Well, you make it easy to be friends. I appreciate you so much. And hang tight. I'm going to send you out to the green room as we say goodbye, but I'm going to talk with you afterwards. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Wow. Okay. I'm amazed every show. The level and quality continues to blow my mind of the kind of amazing friends that I have that I'm able to get on this show. And you know what is such a blessing to me, so special to me, is that they're really my friends. And that's what's so awesome. I mean, I'm all about connecting and building community, and I would love to help you with that, by the way. I would love to help you with that. Please look into my workshop this week or just go to russhedge.com because I would love to talk to you more about that. russhedge.com is the place to go for everything. And don't forget that this Wednesday, Successfully Transform Your Business, all about connection and community building and how it is the foundation of your life and business. That is one of the things that Bilyana was talking about today, the process of the TEDx, which to the whole process is all about elevating your visibility and your connectability and your community perception. You get all that out there in TEDx talks and any kind of online stuff you do. But TEDx has got such a great name, and it is absolutely possible for you to do. It's positive and possible for you to do. And I want to encourage you today, get in touch with Bilyana. Make sure that you've talked to her, that you find out more about it, that you find out how you can do it, get some more detail on it. I'm in the middle of that process. I'm doing it. And so I want to do it with you. So get out there and get busy. And again, thanks so much for being here. We had so many amazing people in the comments, and I'm just taking a quick last look at everybody that's joined us. And thank you. Thanks so much, everybody. It is such an amazing group community that we have here that are part of all that we're able to do on this online community. I'm so thankful every day that I can be part of your community and that you are here encouraging everybody. And don't forget, connect in the comments. This is a great place to go to people and say, hey, I don't know Felicia. I need to connect with her. And I want to tell all of you, if we are not connected, please just go to russhedge.com and connect. You can go to russhedge.com/contact, connect with me today, and you can schedule time on my calendar. And I'd love to connect and chat with you, because connection to me is really building a relationship, growing, and building community. That's what it's all about. So, okay, I think we're about done. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you again. I want to remind you one more time. Don't forget Wednesday, successfully transform your business in 3 simple steps. It's going to be awesome. Don't forget, if you haven't got a copy of my book, please do that. But most of all, don't forget to connect with Bilyana today. We've given you all of her connection links, and I encourage you to do that today. So until we see you again, have a great day and a great life. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.